From your downward facing dog, on your inhale, send your right leg up to the sky and tuck your toes onto the wall. Squaring off your hips, guide your right hip down. On your exhale, take your knee to your opposite tricep. Inhale, send the leg back up, tuck the toes and re-square the hips. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, back up, tuck the toes on the wall. Exhale, coil in knee to nose. Inhale, tuck your right toes back on the wall. Start to walk your hands back towards the wall, coming into a standing split. You'll move your right toes further up the wall as you become more flexible in that left hamstring. Big breath in and big breath out. Good. Circle your right leg out to the side, down to the ground, and come into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet, deepening the stretch for the back side of legs. On your inhale, you'll take a little lift, and exhale, sink back down, forward fold. Crawl yourself back out to your downward facing dog. Inhale, send your left leg up to the sky and tuck your left toes on the wall behind you. Again, square off the hips, keep your core engaged so you don't arch in your lower spine. Exhale, take your left knee to your right tricep. Inhale, back up to the sky, tuck your toes on the wall and re-square the hips. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, back up and retuck your toes on the wall again, squaring off the hips, pulling the core in. Exhale, left knee into your nose. Inhale, back up to the sky, retuck your toes on the wall, and start to walk your hands closer towards the wall, coming into your standing split. You'll start to move your left toes up a little bit higher, thinking about inhaling, lifting a little, and exhaling, committing to that stretch. Sweep your left leg out to the side, down to the ground. Crawl your hands back into your forward folds. Crawl yourself back out to your downward facing dog. Extend your right leg and then your left leg up into the wall. You'll start to walk your hands back until your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Your legs will be parallel with the sky. Keeping your core engaged, press the ground away actively with your palms, and then inhale, send your right leg up to the sky. Square off your hips, so guide your right hip towards the wall behind you. Keeping the core engaged, extend your right leg back to the wall, and we'll try on the other side. Left leg goes up, belly pulls in nice and strong, press the ground away with your hands, and then take your left leg down to the wall and all the way down to the ground. We'll walk ourselves back out to our downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward about 5 inches behind your hands. Start to lower your back left knee down to the ground, right against the baseboard. Point your left toes up towards the sky and align your shin bone straight up vertical with the wall. The first variation of this is a wide variation of a lunge, so you'll heel toe your right foot out to the side, bring your forearms down to the ground, and breathe as if in a lizard pose. Climb yourself back up. Heel toe your right foot in a little bit. Take your hands on top of your right quad and actively press down with your both hands to lift your torso up a little bit higher. You'll feel a deeper stretch in your left hip flexor. If you want even more, you can extend your arms all the way up to the sky and take this into a back bend. Take your hands down onto the wall behind you and start to crawl down the wall, thinking about pressing the hips forward, lifting your chest up. Eventually, your hands will come very close to your foot. Your foot might touch your head. Slowly come out of that, bringing your hands down to the ground. Turn your left toes behind you as you pivot your body towards the wide edge of your mat. Extend your right leg to the center of the room and then travel down onto your forearms. Your left shin bone is still pressing into the baseboard, but this time it's parallel and horizontal instead of vertical. Think about pressing down to the pinky edge side of your right foot to engage the outer part of your glute. Crawl your hands back up, bring your knees together, and then roll it over to your back. Take the soles of your feet onto the wall, shin bones parallel to the wall, and then on your inhale, you'll press your heels into the wall and lift your hips up for a bridge pose. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift your hips up. And exhale, melt back down. Inhale, lift your hips up last time, thinking about chest chasing chin. And lower yourself right back down. From here, cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh and come into a reclined figure four. You'll use your right hand to press your right knee open, and as you press your left foot into the wall, you'll feel a lengthening in your lower spine. And then we'll switch and come to the other side. Left ankle on top of right thigh. You can use your right hand to traction out that right quad by pressing the heel of your hand in towards the hip crease and then up towards your knee. Your left hand will press onto your left knee, opening up the glute even more. Both of the heels of your hands, press them into the creases of your hips, and then encourage the heels of your hands up towards your knees. We'll roll over to our left side and start the entire sequence over again. So the right shin bone will be parallel to the baseboard. You'll extend your left leg out to the center of the room and come down onto your forearms for support. Engage your core and keep pressing into the pinky edge side of your left foot. Crawl your hands up, bring your left foot back, and point your right toes straight up towards the sky so the shin bone will be vertical against the wall. Starting off in that lizard variation, heel toe your left foot out a little bit wider. Bring your forearms down to the ground inside of left foot. When you feel ready, you can start to climb up onto your straight arms. Take both of your hands on top of your left quad, giving yourself a deeper stretch in your hip flexor and right quad. Double check that instead of arching in your low back, you are lengthening your tailbone down towards the ground and lifting your heart up. When you're ready for even more, you can reach the arms up and overhead. Take your hands to the wall behind you and start to crawl your hands down the wall. Eventually, your head might touch your foot. Your hands could come down to your foot as well. Think about that engagement of the glute, the openness of the heart. Crawl yourself back up the wall. Take both hands down to the ground. Bring your left knee back, your right knee forward, and we'll sit back into our child's pose. Big breath in through your nose. And exhale. One more big breath in. And exhale.